I've done a thing. I've done a thing. Yes, I went and got my neck tattooed. It's sore, can't turn my neck. So throughout this video, I look a bit like a robot, but I had a terrible night last night after I had it done, which I'm going to explain to you in this video. So spend the next 10 minutes with me while I clear up the kitchen and I also clear up my bathroom. Yes, because it's smelling a little bit iffy in there. Oh yes, anyway, so went and had my tattoo done yesterday, and I think it was just over 2 hours, and the colour still needs to be added, so I still need a bit of blue and yellow added for the Swedish colours, which need to be added on the S and on the leaves. Anyway, it was perfectly fine when he did the outlining of the whole tattoo, did the whole outlining, and I was fine. The second he started colouring it in with all the black, oh my lord, I was literally clenching. I kept thinking about things like balloons flying in the sky and candy floss and birds, and then pain, pain, pain. And it was like, no, focus on something else. And I started thinking about Sabaton, the band on stage, singing their lyrics in my head, and then just bang, pain was just going through my brain. So I was trying to breathe through it. And then once he'd finished all the black, I said, can I just take 5 minutes and, see how we go? Because he offered if I wanted to come back for the colour, because he could see, one, I was in pain, and two, my neck had gone through an absolute beating. Oh, dearie me. I've had tattoos, as you know. Now this one is top of them all. Top of them all. So last night he said, in the evening, he said, take the cellophane off, give it a gentle clean, and then put the second skin on. It's one of these little see-through patch things that you put on and it sticks to it, and then you leave it on for like 3 to 4 days. Anyway, I went upstairs and I was like, right, I'm going to give it its clean. I took the cellophane off and I'm standing there in the bathroom, and instantly my ears start to ring and I came over sweating, and I was like, oh no. Oh, this isn't good. And I kept telling myself, it's not happening, it's fine. And I went, I'm not going to do it right now, let's just walk away and pretend it's not happening. Got to the top of the stairs, had to sit down in front of the aircon machine because I was sweating so much. I was absolutely soaked, my ears were still ringing, and then all of a sudden I started blacking out, and I was like, oh no, I can't. If I black out on the stairs, if I literally pass out on the stairs, I'm going to fall down and break my neck, right? And my artwork no, it wasn't put on for that. So I was like, right, it was awful to say the least. I started lowering myself slowly down the stairs, taking slow breaths, made it to the toilet, spent 10 minutes reaching and nothing was coming out. I was sweating so much that all I was wearing was my Sabaton tank top and my undies. So my knees were on the bare floor, and where I was sweating so much, as I was reaching, my legs kept parting. I was on my knees, they kept parting and sliding to either side of the walls of the toilet room. So I'm literally slip sliding all over the place, trying to reach in the toilet, nothing's coming out, and then eventually my entire coffee came out. And let me tell you, coffee coming out after you've drunk it is way worse than tea coming out after you've drunk it. It was disgusting. And then I just sat there in my own pool of stinky sweat on the toilet floor, breathing and praying to the Lord that never ever happens again. And it's my biggest fear. I hate it so much. Anyway, I mumbled out in the hallway to Nick, and he got me some water. And then Nick was going to a birthday party, one of the bikers' birthday parties that evening, and I was supposed to take him. Oh no way in hell. So he had to go on the bike. Anyway, he went up to the birthday party, and Sam and Alex were looking after me, bless their hearts, all evening, because I still can't turn my head, but I couldn't turn my head, and every thought of it was just making me feel sick. And I was so conscious that if I think about it too much, or worry that I've taken the cellophane off and I've got to sleep like this tonight with it exposed, was making me feel sick again. See, I'm okay with dealing with pain. It's seeing it, or it's not seeing it so much like other people, it's seeing it on myself when I can feel it. Every time I've had a piercing and I've had to take care of it, I've passed out. The tattoo on my neck made me pass out, but my arm ones didn't. I was all right with them. They were all right. I mean, I think the first one, the yoking one, was a little bit like, oh, I'm not feeling too great about this, but I did it and I was fine. But for some, I think it's because it's so sore and it's so solid and tight and scabby looking. I was just like, no, I can't handle this. So I know a lot of you might think that I'm absolutely crazy the next day going round cleaning what I can in the house. It's because it's taken my mind off it. When I'm sitting there, I'm constantly thinking about it. I'm thinking about the fact that every time I swallow, it pulls on the muscles on the left side of my neck and it hurts. And when I bite into anything, I can only bite on like small little things. I can't actually take a full bite of like, if someone handed me a burger right now, unless it's flattened like a McDonald's hamburger, there's no way I'll be able to put my teeth around it. Because it's literally pulling on all your tendons and everything. It's awful. I now see why that the neck is rated one of the highest areas to get tattooed. I'm glad I did it because I always wanted it and I was in the right frame of mind to go ahead with what I knew, well, I thought I knew was coming. I thought it would be more painful in the process, I will say that. I didn't think it was as painful as I expected it to be. It is still the worst one, but last night was hell. I had to sleep propped up on my back, which I'm not a back sleeper, and I was just laying there like, how am I going to sleep like this? What if I need to move in the night? What if I need to move? I couldn't. Actually, I did see some bloke put up a reel saying that the worst part about a neck tattoo is trying to sleep at night. I couldn't even lift myself up off the sofa or up off pillows. You can't do it. You have to literally, I have to hold my head with my left hand, hold my head so all the weight is in my hand and hold on to something to pull myself up. It's awful. I'll be so glad when I've gone past this stage. And I know I've got to go back down there for more because I've got to add the colour to it. But it's all good because it won't be anywhere near as much, so I'm hoping it will just be nice and simple. I opened up this window, right, and I don't know if anyone has been with me long enough to know, but this window was jammed and it never opened and we had to get someone else to come and fix it. Anyway, I've never fully looked at the outskirts of it until just now, and I saw it was absolutely filled with like rusty coloured browny gunk. It was dried as well. That's because it's been shut for so long, but it was also slightly open, like a paper thin gap there, so obviously water was getting in there. Disgusting. I clean that right out. I hose it as well in a minute. Hosing it splatters out down the wall. I'm going to show you the pergola as well from the bathroom window because the grapevine and the wisteria are going nuts. Bear in mind we've been out there cutting it and chopping it back. It's going nuts out there. Taps are looking a bit rancid. So the thing is, now I'm not dyeing my hair. It's like, oh, it's nice not having all my hair dye staining everything in the bathroom. Well, what am I staining it with now? Can you guess? Yes. My tan. I'm looking at that Barley body tan. Has anyone used that one? It's more expensive than the Bondi Sands, but it looks amazing. The ultraviolet one, the one that's got purple pigments in it to cancel out the orangey yellow tones. I really want to give it a go. But am I being fooled by these adverts? Yeah, it's tricky. Because I do like the Bondi Sands. Bondi. But it does give a bit of an orange that I'm not overly keen on. You know, I definitely prefer myself with a tan. Obviously, I've had to wash it all. Oh my goodness me, I use nail varnish remover and everything to try and get my neck, all the tan off. I had 2 layers of tan. As you can see, I'm quite pasty right now. Quite pasty. I'll tell you what, the shenanigans, absolute shenanigans. There's been shenanigans going on the road as well. You know when you've got people around you, living around you, and they have their little hoedown showdowns in the middle of the street, and you're like, Christ, don't need a TV around here. It's like Jeremy Kyle on the street. I was having my tattoo done while some shenanigans were going on, and Nick messaged me, he's like, you're not going to believe what's going on here. I was like, why do I miss it? I'm down here, laying here in absolute agony, and you're getting all the entertainment. Anyway, yeah, it's always going off, isn't it? Sometimes it's annoying, sometimes it's like that. It's quite funny, you know. You just stay out the window with your popcorn, like, I don't know. Anyway, it's airborne going on where we are at the moment, and Alex is down there for his army cadets, so he's doing his bit, bless him. He'll be handing out information and all that shenanigans, bless him. We're supposed to have a thunderstorm today, we're flipping better. Look at those taps. Yeah, look, it's going nuts out there. It's like I'm coming up to your windows. Yes, you're growing yourself in there. Cleared out all those, and I hand washed all of those. I say hand wash like you could put them in the flipping washing machine or a dishwasher. I washed all the bottles because I absolutely hate cleaning your bathroom and still having like water splattered soapy residue bottles on the side. I hate it, so I always clean them as well. The ones I've got left on here, I need to just give a quick wipe over because, you know, can you see how sore my neck looks? Oh, Gabby, you're a brave woman, Gabby. Yes, you are. I keep telling myself that. I keep catching glimpses of myself in the mirror, and I'm there trying to turn, but I can't see because I can't turn my neck, obviously, and obviously I couldn't see the back of my neck even if I tried. So I keep taking pictures of it, and then it makes me feel queasy, so I'm like, oh, God's sake. Just ride through it. But the only other date you could do was the day before we go to France, and I'm like, well, the only other day that we could do. And I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't do it, because otherwise I'd be like this in France. It's giving me a bit of a flare up in my shoulders as well. So I'm going to be taking it easy for the rest of the day, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. My bathroom's clean, my kitchen's clean, and I'm doing nothing more except going to Sainsbury's in a bit. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you lovely, lovely people in my next one.